Welcome to We Watch Stupid. I'm Roxy.
And I'm Diana. Before we get into episode 18 of season 10 of, what are we watching? 90 Day Fiance. It's called Happily Ever After. I really wish there was a question mark there. But Roxy, did you have a highlight of your weekend or week?
Yeah, I was in Philadelphia visiting a friend. I really did feel like a 12 there because even though Philadelphia is one of these northeastern cities where with like all this brick and like tall buildings and a lot of history and like cultural landmarks and not a one person that I saw on the street was not wearing sweatpants.
Oh, man.
I really stood out wearing pants with a zipper and like
Whoa.
a shirt with a collar.
Impressive.
Thank you.
Wait, were they going to the gym? Were they Gen Zers going to school?
Do you go to the gym while double fisting cheesesteaks?
Oh, damn. No, I don't.
That's another thing that I like truly didn't think was real, was that people eat cheesesteaks regularly. Like I thought it was, I don't know, kind of like a
Like a treat, like maybe like a
yeah,
hungover, like Sunday morning, or someone's visiting and here, try this Rocky cheesesteak.
yeah, or like a drunk thing. But people are eating them for lunch like multiple days a week.
Wait, was that your first time in Philly?
As an adult, yeah.
Okay.
On Wednesday night, I like kind of grayed out and I gave my number to a random man that I don't remember what he looks like or why I would have the inclination to give him my number. I am not single.
Yeah, it felt right. Maybe you're single in Philly. Also, still got it.
It was also in what I think was supposed to be a gay bar, so I don't know how that man found himself there. Maybe he was looking for someone to be, their gay best friend. But I was already there with mine. Okay, I'm taken in that regard. I did tell him I loved him in the text exchange. I did not remember that.
So you woke up the next morning and there was this text exchange and you don't remember him
No.
or texting.
No.
Beautiful.
No.
That's great.
He said hello and I said I love you, and then he said, if you like quality, I will pay. And then I asked him, what does that mean? And he said, I don't know. I'm new to your country. So
Okay. I would take it as like, if you want fine dining, I'll pay for it. You want fine silks and nice clothes, you got it.
thankfully he didn't text me anymore, but that was very, confusing.
It's the opposite of what I would think. But I had a wildly different weekend than that time in Philly.
Okay.
I was toting my child around to water polo games, whipping my boob out anywhere I could, including your high school quad. It just like warmed my heart.
Okay, Piv sent me a picture of like the top of her baby's head, and then in the background was my high school's quad, and she was like, do you know where I am? Or like, can you guess where I am? And I'm just like, I could never, like, that is burned into the back of my brain. Like, I don't know how you could ever how anyone could ever forget what their high school quad looks like.
Unless they were stoners. Anyway,
What are you
I
trying to
digress.
say?
I don't think you were a stoner in high school.
I mean, I was.
Were you?
I
I'm
mean,
pretty sure you got good grades. You were not stoned during school.
what?
Oh.
You, me, other other hooligan before class at your mom's gym's hot tub, high as balls. Like, could
yeah.
not keep it together.
That was before school?
Yes, I don't know whose idea that was.
Wasn't mine, wasn't yours. Because I never had it.
What do you mean you never had it?
I never, like,
Oh, possessed
purchased
weed?
possessed weed. I vaguely remember that, but I also kinda remember I got yeah, I mean, I'm not denying that, but I kinda remember thinking, "This is just making the school day go longer. Why do I want this?"
Truly. I think first period after I did that felt like 4 hours, and I was like I felt like I was melting out of my seat, like, I
How
couldn't
did
sit
we
up
get to
straight.
school? Okay, but, like, did you do that more than once?
No, I don't think so because it was so fucking uncomfortable.
Yeah, right? Okay.
I don't need to be that high at school.
Hopefully Special K will never do that. Yeah,
Okay.
he'll do more. Kids these
He'll just
days.
Gen Z will probably be, like, microdosing mushrooms at, like, 12.
You're so right.
He's not Gen Z. He's
He's
Gen
alpha
Alpha?
or beta. I don't
Okay.
know. I feel like generations are getting smaller because things change so quickly. Because I would consider my 13, almost 14-year-old niece Gen Z, but I would consider my 8-year-old nephew alpha. I don't know if that's accurate.
I thought Gen Z was, like, in college right now.
And, like, beginning the workforce, but, I mean, 14, yeah, I guess she's got 4 years until she's in college. I miss Jasmine and Gino this episode.
It looks like they're coming back in full force on the tell-all. Jasmine's boobs are, like, the 3rd character I between her and Gino.
Yes.
She looks
Not to mention
amazing.
yeah, she looks really good. Not to mention Nikki's dress.
It's so dumb.
So dumb.
That woman has, like, the most insane main character syndrome. I think that's just another word for narcissism,
Okay, yes, but, like, lovable narcissist?
I guess. Do you wanna jump into Nikki and Justigor? Okay,
Nikki had main character energy this whole
yeah.
episode. So do you think that she did her whole ITM interview and then, like, they take a break and she gets the text from Igor, and then she does that last bit? Or did she get the text breaking where Justin's breaking up with her and then have to do the whole ITM?
The way that they shot it made me think that she got the breakup text and then had to do the whole ITM.
Then bravo, bravo. Nikki, incredible.
You know, I can be a bitch sometimes, but I've done everything. I've done nothing. I've done nothing. You wasted my time. Like, she just, the way that she floats over the ways that she has disrespected Just Igor really got me. Cause she's like, okay, I can be a bitch sometimes. Like, no, you've, like, screamed at him and, like, threatened to break up and just, like, emasculated him, and then she's talking about this fight that they got in, she was like, "I went 0 to 1,000, okay, whatever." Like, she just
Yeah.
moves right past.
At least she's semi-mindful,
Of what?
you know, where she goes, "I went 0 to 1,000." At least she wasn't like I did like, I was calm and collected.
Mhm. Like, she did
Um,
absolutely nothing.
yeah, but so they got in the fight because she says, like, "Are you using me for money?" I guess he hasn't had a job this whole time, which we all knew, and they hadn't spoken in a week. And then I thought that his what'd you think of his text message?
I thought that that was very well composed. I'm curious if, like, he wrote that?
Right?
Like, how could he
Or
write that?
his Sex friend.
Sex friend. Yeah, he says that he's compromised himself, shocked his friends and family, lost dignity and self-respect. I thought it was like a very well composed
I
text, but
thought so
then
too.
why break up via text?
For the drama. Or he did call her, and this was like a follow-up email from a meeting.
Oh.
Like, let's get this in writing. And then she could take it and say he broke up with me over text. And then she could beg to get him back.
So yeah, she was like reading very dramatically on camera that
Loved it.
she's texted him back and like she's like
Give me one more
why
chance.
give me one more
I'm
chance, like just
sorry, baby.
she's just like acting like she deserves an award for sending this text back, but I'm like, why didn't you call him then? It's so weird. Also, she says all the years invested, the money, that's the first thing she says,
Mhm.
heart and soul. And I'm like, this man is just like a trophy. Until I saw him at the tell all and them being all like, and the next time on, and them being all like happy to see each other or whatever, I'm like, this feels very calculated to like, okay, they're not going to get married, but she's going to be on TV for this set amount of time. And then she's going to have this breakup right before the tell all. And then she's just going to like scootily doot into single
Single life.
life.
Yes. Great. Thank you. I don't care. Are her and Jasmine in cahoots? Great. They can both be writers, producers, directors. Give them all the awards.
Yeah, something about when she said she wanted the fairy tale ending. First of all, you're 50. You're shut up. What is wrong with people? Like you've been in relationships before. There's no such thing as a fairy tale ending. Grow up. And then I was like, yeah, this just seems like so perfectly timed so that she could start on single life. So TBD, I guess. But some of this just felt very like
Well,
fake to me.
yeah, like I was watching it and I felt nothing. I didn't
Yeah.
care. It's like, oh, nice text. Oh, he hasn't texted you back yet. Whatever.
Yeah.
And then her mom comes and it is straight out of a movie. She's crying in her pink bed,
With
her
a full face
black,
of makeup.
yeah, blackout curtains. The mom goes, let's get some light in here. No, I don't want light. She's recapping it to her mom, who looks like her daughter. She's just describing a toxic relationship.
Yes.
Like,
But mom still is like, that's cold.
yeah. And she's going to text him.
Wait, can't remember if mom has said that she doesn't like the relationship dynamic or not, or like whether she thinks the relationship dynamic is toxic or
I
not.
forget. She probably said something in one of the first episodes, but I don't remember.
And Nikki says she's been begging him to take her back, but now she doesn't think he was ever in love with her. This isn't the first time that she's thought this about her fiance, and I feel like a normal person would be like, that's not good enough. Have some self-respect and like move along. But Nikki's not a regular degular girl.
No, she's not. She has also not canceled the visa.
Because people change their minds. Honestly, the way that these people are up and down, I kind of get it. I do feel like it's kind of suspicious that, like, so what, he broke up with her 36 hours ago and she's already talked to her lawyer?
Well, who knows when she got her full face of makeup and lime eyeliner on. If that was that same day that her mom said, let's go to the park. I'll take you to the park,
Yeah.
sweetie.
Yeah,
I have
what?
nothing else to say about them. Like, huge main character energy. I'm so glad we're up with the alphas. or Z's or someone. You want to do Sam and Citra?
Sure. Yeah, not much happened there, huh?
Yeah. Except for incredible excuse to not sleep with your husband the first night. There's going to be a killer hillbilly, Texas chainsaw coming to get them.
Or a
Ghosts
ghost.
or ghosts. Yeah.
I like the way they came into the bedroom and you see like two heads moving under the blanket, and then you're like, wait, that's the sister. Wait, oh, all of them? Like three little piggies all in a row?
And there's dad, top bunk.
Yeah. So does this mean that there are more rooms in this farmhouse, but they decided to all sleep in the same room?
Yeah. Because of the ghosts. The hillbilly ghost, the killer
These
hillbilly ghost.
sisters really don't like Sam. They're
Yeah.
trying to cock block every which way that they can before they leave.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's my take.
Then the next morning, what's the dad's name again?
Herman.
Harold. Herman gives another no pigs, no alcohol, no drugs. He's like, yeah, I'm going to be a man. And I can't tell you, I just kept thinking, Sam, you're such a bummer.
It's a bummer that like Herman feels the need to say this so many times, and then Sam is sitting there in like his little, undershirt tank top with his, I don't know.
Oh, just like looking like a hillbilly killer.
Kind of. Oh, and he says, when you have a problem, face the problem, because, he's
Mm-hmm.
put them in this precarious situation by not filing his drug diversion paperwork on time. Yeah, I don't like him. I don't like the situation he's put them in. I
No.
I, I feel like Herman is super nervous. Like he's not. I don't feel like Herman's leaving confident that she'll be okay, even though he's acting like it.
So then they finally are alone because Citra's family goes back to Indonesia. And there's this funny little scene where he's got a purple glittery underwear on, but his legs are covered. What was that? And then she has like flannel sweatpants on with cartoon faces on them.
I know. They just make me really uncomfortable. I think he thought it was like funny, sexy, but he doesn't actually have a sense of humor. So it just really falls very flat for me. He's really into her. He's like so into
Yeah,
her.
just wants
Like,
to kiss her. Is so excited that he can just kiss her now. Yeah. And she wants to be his corn star. I'm so glad that the producers asked if she meant porn, and she's like, no, because I'm corny.
it really made me like her more, that she was just like, I'm his personal corn star. I really didn't like hearing about their first time having sex. I really
Oh,
didn't
no,
want
I don't
to
even, let's not even talk about it.
I
No
didn't want
thanks.
to know any of that. And I just really wish that these people would, I don't know, like lie better, or like learn to edit for when they're on TV. Like just because you're on a reality show, I feel like I talk shit about the times where it feels overproduced, but like in this case, I would have been super fine if you were just like, yeah, it was romantic. Period. Like I don't need to know. I don't want to know.
I don't. And I want to just move on to, is 2 years a possibility?
I have no idea what drug laws are like in Missouri. She also never says yes. She just says, you're my husband now. I feel what you feel. I'm going to help you.
I don't know if I would stay for 2 years. If you're not Like, she's not from here. So, yeah, what does she would just be being scared of ghosts and hillbillies.
I would have bounced when I was helping him clean his car that he didn't clean for me when I arrived so that my dad doesn't get a terrible impression. And he's like, "Oh, FYI, I lied about submitting the right paperwork for my drug diversion program and I might go to jail." So, do you love me? Do you love me? Do you love me? Do you love me?
Yeah. "Do you love me? Will you say it? Do you love me? Can I fuck up more?"
God.
Yeah. I don't
Ick.
have anything else to say about them, do you?
No. All right, Clayton and Anali, the Chiron, you know how it usually says like 20 days till
Mhm.
wedding or whatever? This time it says 30 minutes late.
Yes, I love
So
that.
it's like measuring in like negative time.
I think the producers were milking this
Me
completely.
too.
Like, I don't
Yeah.
think she was late at all.
Mm-mm.
'Cause
No. I
then they immediately go to 90 minutes before.
mhm. Which is also crazy timing. That's when your hairstylist and makeup artists are arriving? No freaking way.
Well, the makeup artist was Brandy's daughter,
Oh,
which is
right.
like,
Yeah.
"Come on, Brandy, do you not talk to your daughter that and let her where" well, the daughter was also a bridesmaid, so everyone knew she was coming.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, this was all very fakey. I didn't yeah, Clayton's like, "I it really can't get any worse than this," and then she just magically shows up, and I was like, "Who is this man she's with?" But then we find out later it's Clayton's father, which is
Father, which I thought that the father was, like, dead or something because
I know, never
Violet.
heard from this man before.
Yeah. Tell me tell me about your thoughts on the dress.
No, thank you. I thought this was kind of the worst looking dress of well, actually, Sophie's looked like it was just like a something off ASOS, but at least it was like flattering. Like I really didn't like the material of the skirt really, really.
So 80s. The everything was tacky, it was poorly made. It just was all of it was bad, and fake flowers everywhere. Did you notice that? I know I mentioned about his boutonniere, but her bouquet was fake as well.
Yeah, and nobody held it during the vows, which I thought was dumb. She shows up and he's like not mad at all after being like, when's she gonna show us like the worst thing ever?
Totally. And okay, the crowd, or I guess their guests, what? Like, there was a guy with shorts on, there was a guy in a hat, there was a guy who, like, puts his hands on his cheeks, like, he's so dumbfounded by her beauty. It was great. But, yeah, the producers totally milked it. I got a lot of bummer vibes from the wedding.
Oh
I gotta tell
god.
you.
Like, um, okay, first of all, yeah, he didn't write vows, but then she wrote really nice vows. What was that?
I don't know.
And then okay. And so do you want to get into the reception?
In the high school gym?
Oh, and right after the wedding, Brandy says she's glad they're married and that a stripper hasn't interfered with their relationship yet.
Yet. Yet.
So yeah, then they have this reception. It looked like it was part of, like maybe they were at like a mega church and like this yeah, they were having the reception and it seemed like there were a lot of other places that they could have had this reception and for some reason it was in the
'Cause there
gym.
were 20 guests?
I know. The tablecloths didn't go to the floor. I think they're drinking iced tea. Like doesn't look like there's booze. Listen, I know that Clayton isn't a man of tremendous means. He has his mom living in the closet of a one-bedroom apartment. And I don't know who paid for this wedding. Brandy was the planner.
Mhm.
So probably not super spendy, but god damn it. Like, you're making these people be on TV. Give them some booze. You're making them drink iced tea at your wedding reception. For the love of God, even like a couple cases of Coors Light from Costco.
Or
Come
let
on.
them bring their own. Say, bring a flask. Maybe they all were drinking,
Yeah, maybe.
but they weren't. Well, he doesn't drink.
Yeah, and they have iced tea in like champagne glasses, and then there's like a plastic squirt bottle of like barbecue sauce just
I didn't catch that. That's so great.
on the what do you call the table where like the bride
The
and
the
the
head
what?
table.
The head table. I'm like, what is this?
And then the dance. She got the ick. She
You think?
had the ick. Yeah. But then she kind of liked it and she gets her phone out and then she's like, "Oh, I'm going to do this?"
I mean, it was nice that he learned a dance like specifically from her region, that he knew
Yeah.
enough to like learn that dance. And she said she appreciated the effort, but my God, was that hard to watch.
Good. Brandy delivered with the llama.
Wait, what?
Did you not see those llama balloons?
Oh.
There's a llama there. Hey, they didn't show us the guinea pigs.
Oh yeah, the guinea pigs weren't at the reception. Um, I
Did
know,
he say
definitely
that
not.
the dance was the marinara dance?
Marinara, yeah. So I'm guessing like seafarer, like seaman, marinera.
Oh, because it sounded like he
He's
said marinara sauce.
he did,
Okay.
but I think it's probably more like marinera,
Oh, okay.
you know.
Thank God you're here. I know you said this last week, but I just want to touch on the no tie and the buttons all buttoned.
Yeah, nobody was really looking their best.
No. Violet is excited to get a little place of her own and all of her crap.
I'll believe it when I see it, Violet.
Yeah.
I'll believe it when I see it. Like with someone like, you'll get a Coors Light if you say this on camera. We need it for the
Yeah, the
story.
producers brought the booze.
Yeah.
So then anything else about their reception?
No. So then it cuts to Anali looking at their wedding gifts in their house back in Louisville, and right, they're in Louisville?
Yeah.
No.
There's
There's
some
somewhere
oh
in
no,
right.
they're in I don't remember. I think
In
Cameron.
Kentucky.
Yeah. No,
No.
that's Sam and Citra. Okay.
Yeah. But their wedding gifts are a bunch of like weird pictures and like Christian portraits of them.
Yeah, it was arts and crafts, it looked like.
I hope they got some cool gift certificates in addition to that. But
From their 20 guess was like, I was gonna get you something, but you left me sober.
yeah. So she's like, I have a wedding gift I want to give you. I want to tell my dad that you exist.
And he leans in with his hand on his chin, looking like a little hamster, and says, now? Today? Same conversation? His dumb face.
She seems, I mean, she is really stressed out about this.
She was not exaggerating.
No, she's so terrified.
Visibly terrified.
Yeah, they get on this video call and then they have this like very basic, shallow seeming conversation. And then she just like really can't spit it out. And then she's like, I have something important to tell you. And then when she's telling him, like her voice is shaking, she looks so visibly
Yeah.
uncomfortable.
Like the whole time he seemed stone cold and
Yeah.
unimpressed He was not trying to make it easier on her. You know how some people will be like, "It's all right. Like whatever you
Oh,
say,
yeah,
it's
good
fine."
point,
Like
yeah.
his arms crossed and what do you think? It's probably a cultural thing, but when someone says son or daughter, it it seems more aggressive or like they own you than just by using your name. It's probably a
Hmm.
cultural thing, but he didn't say Anali, he kept saying daughter. Like, "What are you saying, daughter?"
Yeah, I didn't take it like that, but I also don't know what that would mean culturally. I'm just so yeah, we know nothing about this relationship. She just says that they're close.
And the dad said something like, how have you not said anything?" And it's like, "Okay, okay, man. Well, Consuelo, your other daughter knows and your wife knows, so."
Yeah, there's something up with you. Like something about your relationship is making her not want to reveal this.
The whole time, I was nervous that he was gonna start yelling at her before
Right.
he said anything even said anything about Clayton being her boyfriend and then immediately saying her husband, because she was waving her hand around and her ring was on camera, and I was thinking, "What are you doing? He's gonna get you through the camera. Put sit on your hand."
I know because it's like at this point, she had like the engagement ring and the band. Like that's kind of unmistakable. Like that is a wedding set on that finger. Yeah, her dad is pissed and he starts crying when she says that they're married, and then she immediately says sorry.
I know, I know. And then he has to get up and leave. And then her sister has to stop the Zoom so that she can go check on the dad. It was rough. It was as I think it was as rough as I was expecting it based on her hesitation to tell her dad at all.
I kind of wish he had like yelled something because then we would have better idea of like what he was thinking or what he was feeling. Like I feel almost like more confused and devastated that he just got up and left.
So do you think he's angry that she married well, okay, she hid from him, right? But do you think she wasn't allowed to date period for some reason? Or she wasn't supposed to date someone from the States or someone who wasn't a certain maybe they're Catholic or needed to be from a certain family, and now she's married to a hamster.
I think it's like it's probably we don't know this guy. We've this is the first time we've seen them. Supposedly they're really close and they talk all the time. Where has he been?
I know. And has she been saying the whole time that she's doing some job?
I would be more pissed about being kept in the dark by someone I loved and then just being blindsided by this huge thing. Like, you're in the US not because of a job, but because of this person that I've never met. And like, I think he's probably mad about the lying. I don't know him, but like, if that were me, I would also be like extremely sad that this person didn't feel comfortable telling me about such a big thing. But if she's scared to tell him that, I'm not sure that he's that self-reflective. You know
That's
what
what
I
I was gonna
mean?
say. Because if that was a situation I was in, I would think, "Oh my goodness, have I been so close-minded where they did not think that they could come to me, that they were scared of what my reaction was gonna be, judge them, whatever else." But again, yeah, no self-reflection is probably coming
But we
from
also
the
don't
dad.
know. I'm like, what the and then next week is the tell all? Like, what? I mean, how much of a conclusion, how much like closure are we gonna get from that? I mean, maybe they have him on the tell all,
Well,
but
Sean Robinson is a hard-hitting reporter, and she will get to the bottom of this.
I don't know if I'm gonna be satisfied, but we'll find out.
I hope Clayton feels bad, okay? Well, that he was like, just tell your dad about us. Just like why do I this is why you have to be a secret. Butthole.
What if he's like mad just because Clayton's so hideous?
The image of Clayton like putting his hand over her shoulder and her he's like, look at my ring. She put a ring on it.
And then Clayton is trying to comfort her and he like makes some noise and she goes, "Don't make weird sounds."
Wait, and she called him a hamster. Did we know that before?
No. No.
Oh
This is
man. I literally wrote I Scout's honor. I wrote down he looks like a hamster before I heard her say hamster.
hamster. She seems pretty embarrassed that she likes him.
Man, it happens. It
It
happens.
does.
Rob and Sophie.
Yeah. They're checking into this hotel in Santa Barbara and they ask for the credit card and Rob is just like standing back while Sophie hands hers over. I thought that was pretty funny.
And he has to say that they're here because they're getting married. He like wants them to give him champagne or something.
Mhm.
They're at a Hilton Garden Inn. It made me a little sad. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but just Rob, you're so pathetic. And
So Rob is like on the patio with the champagne when they check in after they check in and he's blah 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 like kind of word vomiting saying he's excited to spend his life with her, but her response to him is that she's nervous because he's never this deep with her.
oh,
Do you remember that?
I did not catch that. Maybe I was just laughing at him for not knowing how to open champagne.
I mean that too. I think this was in her ITM. Sophie says she wants more time with him and that trust is earned. She says she trusts that she'll be able to get to a place to trust him.
Oh, she trusts herself to convince herself that she trusts him.
Yeah, so like great thing to say the night before your wedding. Yeah, he's trying to be like a little bit vulnerable even though it's like a dumb word salad and I was just so curious how they've never been this deep, but like maybe that's why she likes him, like because he's not deep.
Then why get deep at all?
Yeah. He really seems kind of excited about this wedding, like, almost more than her. Like, she seems a little
Not
bit
excited enough to put on a pair of slacks.
like, she seems a little bit dissociated, and he is, like he seemed like, yeah, just, like, really, really happy. Like, yeah, he's just getting, like, deeper and, like, he just seems, like, really loved up right now, which was I did not expect that at all.
I did not gather that. I just hated his face so much.
Wait, was he not wearing slacks?
No, he was wearing like beige jeans, if that makes sense.
Oh, yeah. Man, bummer.
And not a suit jacket and his dumb little
Suspenders.
yeah.
Ugh, I hated the fucking suspenders. So yeah, they get up and she's sick and he asks her how she feels.
Awful. And then the producers definitely took that for a took that clip and took us on a ride.
Yeah. In her ITM, she says her body could be warning her not to marry this guy.
Yeah. I love that. I would probably think the same thing. But but did they party? Did they party? Like, is she hungover?
I mean, sore throat and a fever is different than like being like she sounds like
Yeah.
sick, not just
Like she was
hungover.
screaming at the top of her lungs in a club.
I also couldn't go over it. I'm like, okay, so you have a sore throat and a fever, and now like everybody's in your room and you're like really close contact with this makeup artist. It made me mad.
Did you
Like,
catch
okay,
the makeup artist's name?
Chelsea.
Yes, I loved that. Why is that not More people's name.
More people's names.
It's on theme. Shell and C.
Shell C, and you work in Santa Barbara. What did you think about her makeup?
I thought the makeup looked better than she'd ever done herself.
True.
The lip, the overlining lip, that's a Gen Z thing I don't understand. But
Yeah.
what'd you think?
Yeah. I did think she looked really good. Like her skin looked really good and her eyes looked really good. I was like, why would you choose brown? Like she overlined her lips in brown for her wedding day, and I just thought it was an odd choice. I think it looked fine, but like it's like your everything else about your look is so like feminine,
Yeah.
like and beachy, and like your literal like wedding colors are pink and blue. Like
Mm.
what about
You're right. Missed opportunity. Probably because
yeah.
Victoria wasn't there to tell her.
Yeah.
That's the sister's name, right?
Yeah.
What about Claire stirring the shit? Or shit stirring? Stirring the
First
pot.
of all, Claire barges into this room so funny. She just like kicks the door open and is like so loud when she comes in. But yeah, she asks this random friend Soraya if she's happy for them. And Soraya is so sweet
Doesn't
and
skip a beat.
diplomatic. Yeah. And then Claire is just like, well, I think he needs to kick up the butt and I hate him and he's a knob and I think he needs some guidance. And Soraya is like, oh no.
But you're right. Shai was so diplomatic. She said something
Uh-huh.
like, and Sophie's just the person to do it.
Yeah, she was amazing. Like I think Soraya is if you were partnered with Rob, who is a literal human storm cloud, at least she has Sophie has Soraya in her life to kind of be like a positive diplomatic influence, you know?
Mhm.
Sometimes you just want to talk shit.
Wedding day isn't the day to talk shit, though.
No, it's not that day to talk shit. And it
But
seems
Claire can
like
talk shit any day.
exactly. That's what I was getting at. Yeah.
So, what did you think of the whole look?
Her like dress and everything.
Hmm.
The dress looks like it's from ASOS, but like the look overall, I thought was more beachy and like beach appropriate than the other dresses that she tried on before. And
True.
like, yeah, you're having like a micro wedding on the beach, whatever. Don't spend $3,000 on a dress. This was fine.
I thought that the short dress, the length of the dress was a surprise. It did not look like a wedding dress.
No, it definitely just looked like some sundress, but I wouldn't want to be dealing with a train like Ashley dealt with a train on the beach and that would have driven me nuts. So I think this, especially like with the no shoes and like sitting on the ground, we can talk about that,
Yeah.
made a lot more
But her
sense.
friend was more dressed up than Sophie, than the bride.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. And like Rob's friends were more dressed up than him.
So true. So true. What about the veil and the flower crown? What'd you think of that?
It felt a little like 2006 to me, but
It
like
looked like
2006 Coachella, but
okay. I okay, so you're saying like it's a little dated. I thought it looked
yeah.
like crap. It looked like 10-year-old Diana made it. Like there was just something about it that was just like, did a child put this together? Like maybe a child with a vision, but like
I know, especially like you can go to like Anthropologie has their like bridal thing and you can like go in there and get like really pretty bridal clips and crowns and veils and stuff for like $100. So it did feel a little odd that she got this from like Joann's.
hey, don't knock Joanne's. She got that from like Claire's.
Oh, okay.
Like like a fabric store would have been a good way to go and
Yeah.
an economical way to go. Anyway, so I wrote this for both Rob and Sophie and Ashley and Manuel, but did they not have a rehearsal? Like the
It
fact
didn't
that she
seem.
got lost.
I know. I mean, it was like it I thought the beach setup was pretty cute.
It
Like
was.
Victoria did a really amazing job, especially with all the flowers. Like she really made such a small wedding feel really special.
I agree. I thought it was beautiful. The table setting, everything seemed intimate.
I feel like they were probably just like, it's, super simple. We don't need a rehearsal. But
And you literally don't know where to go.
I know, like maybe scope it out ahead of time, do like a walkthrough.
To your comment about Rob being a walking storm cloud, just the producers having him go, she's walking away, she's not coming. Like, what is this? She's getting cold feet. Like, oh my god.
Why does everyone want to get married on a beach?
I have no idea. Seems dirty.
I thought this was all super cute and it felt very them, or at least very Sophie, but I really don't know how I would feel about sitting on the ground as an adult.
In a nice dress.
Right.
And but it was very Instagram worthy,
Yep.
which
I
might be
think
what
that's
the goal was.
I think that's number 1 for them. Also, like, okay, so Sophie Sophie says that walking to the beach, she was thinking about so many things and whether they can overcome things and blah blah blah. And I was like, really? I feel like you were just like, I'm lost, I'm lost, I'm lost, I'm lost.
And also, like, the sand must have been hot. She was also probably
Yeah.
thinking about that.
Yes. What'd you think about Rob crying?
I didn't see it. I don't believe it happened.
You don't think he was? I thought I saw it. Like his under his eyes looked very moist. He said it was sweat, but it looked like he was crying to me. Yeah.
Yeah, so I didn't see him really cry, but if you want to think he cried, and clearly Sophie wants to think he cried to give him some sort of heart. Actually, you sound like a Rob, what's the
Don't
term? No.
don't.
No, okay. You're like just someone who watches
Is it
and
Rob
change. Yeah.
apologist?
And I didn't
No.
say that. You're like, he got really deep the night before. He was sad, or he was like happy crying.
I'm observing. It's what I
Okay.
observed.
Okay.
Okay. Claire was losing it.
She is Claire's number one fan. If she could follow and like her Instagram posts multiple times, she would.
That's a good point. She's really into her daughter.
She's really into her daughter.
What do you think about Claire catching the bouquet? She like lunged for it.
She lunged for it, but there was too much space in between her and the other single ladies.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I forgot to mention that the officiant said something about how she was talking to both Rob and Sophie about why they love each other. And Sophie said that she feels so taken care of with Rob. What? I'm sorry, did she just lie to this person?
Yeah.
Or has she been lying to us? Or have I been misinterpreting what she's been saying this whole time?
And then the officiant says Rob said he loves Sophie because Sophie makes him feel confident and like he can love himself again. What?
So
What?
confused. So confused.
What?
I don't understand.
Sophie says they chose each other over the problems.
Yeah, I guess they did. And Rob had a bit of a moose knuckle during their family photo. That's all I have to say.
Beautiful.
Or that's the last I have to say to them about that.
I just kept feeling like Rob looked really happy after the wedding and she seemed relieved.
Is that not the same thing?
I don't know. He just seemed like over the moon, like, we did it. And she was like, "Ugh, God, like some check off box."
Yeah, I don't understand that. Like this whole "we did it, we got married." It's actually not hard to get married. You sign a piece of paper.
Yeah. Well, they chose each other over their problems. I think that's
They
what it
did.
is.
They're choosing peace, and yeah.
Wish them all the best.
Yes. Happily ever after.
Ashley and Manuel.
Yes. So the wedding day.
Manuel is going to get his hair cut with Jonathan and some other dudes 3 hours before the wedding.
Yep.
That freaked me out. And as they're going, he says, "Gringos are very suspicious and they think about things that they don't need to." And I'm like, the gringo that you're closest to is Ashley.
I just love that she turned to the tarot cards. Also, sorry, before we go to the tarot cards, can I say I didn't realize how much I hate Manuel's haircut.
Yeah, it's
It's
bad.
bad.
Not
It's bad.
not for me.
It's
And then he's
stupid.
like
And I
put
was
something
watching stupid.
he put something like greasy in it, so it just like 16-year-old Roxy with oily skin. I'm just like, "Oh my god, my like hairline would be breaking out if I was doing some shit like that." So yeah, Ashley and Alicia are doing her hair and they're talking about how it is in fact going to rain and Ashley's freaking out. So Alicia's like, "We should check the radar."
Mhm. We have the technology.
But then somehow this makes Ashley even more anxious. She's like, "It's going to rain on the beach where we're getting married."
Well, her
Like,
emotional
okay.
support coffee was across the table. So, until she had that in her hand.
Okay, so what do you think about her tarot reading?
Okay, I don't know a lot about tarot readings, but it seemed like she she got her cards and then she interpreted them the way that she needed to interpret them.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. I do tarot sometimes and like unless like I actually leave a lot up to the person that's I'm doing the quote unquote reading for and I'm just like, we could read it as this, but like does that mean anything for your situation right now? And sometimes they'll be like, "Yeah, oh my god, da da da. Like I can't believe you said that." And then sometimes people are just like, "What the hell are you talking about?" So I'm like, "Okay, don't worry about it."
It's a card. I think it like there's it's super fun. But yeah, because what was how did she summarize her tarot reading that they're gonna get married and
A little bit of chaos. There's nothing we can do about it. Yeah. It's like, that's exactly what's happening. Yeah.
yep, perfect.
So then Stacy shows up, Ashley's mom.
Mhm.
She comes in and immediately says, "You're shaking." And Ashley says, "It's probably all the caffeine."
Which is her normal state.
Like, I just love how she is having panic attacks, like crying, like cannot control herself, and is still just mainlining Starbucks.
Yeah.
Like, this will make it better, right?
Maybe she's trying to get to a place where she's shaking so much she's just like humming or buzzing and then it looks still. That's
Whoa.
that's her that's her
Are
goal. That's
you
her
a
end game.
witch?
Could be. You never know.
I think she looks really beautiful, but that dress is not fitted very well.
I don't like the dress. I think her hair and her makeup is beautiful. The crown, wear it every
So
day.
cool. Yeah, very
Yeah.
freaking cool. I like that it like the how the veil went over it and kind of tented around her face. That was pretty cool. Her mom just seems to have done some like she really understands that Ashley's panic attacks are a dime a dozen and that she just needs to tell her to breathe. Like her mom is really taking all of this in stride.
Yes. The mom should have been there from when she found out about the her quote unquote hurricane.
They're trying to get her in the car and she's already sobbing.
Yeah.
Mama's like, "You need to calm down." And then they're in the car. Ashley's starting to sob because she sees the cloud ahead.
They're literally driving into the storm.
And the mom is just like, "You need to breathe. You need to breathe." And then obviously Ashley is in the front sobbing, but then mom makes a joke and she like points to the driver and she's like, "Are you crying? Oh, wait, it's Ashley."
I thought you were play crying. She's actually
I'm like, this mom has seen Ashley do
Yeah.
this a billion times. She really doesn't give a fuck. It's really funny.
And her hands are tingling. She doesn't want to ugly cry. She's ugly cried a lot. It's fine. Yeah. Anything else about that panic attack?
We came all the way to Florida to get married on the beach. I
Yes.
understand that Pachamama works the way she wants to work, but I am part of Pachamama and we're having this beach wedding.
Her eyes in the ITM when she was saying that, it had to look like Pachi Mama's a crazy bitch. And so am I.
I know, right? But yeah, they make it to the beach and it's freaking raining.
Yeah, it's properly raining. It would be a torrential downpour in California standard. Seattle's probably just like a Tuesday.
Yeah.
Um, but is Armando the wedding planner or the officiant?
They
A little
keep
bit of
calling
both.
him wedding planner, but yeah, maybe both. Also, I'm like, where is he this whole time? Like, when she's having this panic attack, getting all worked up, like,
He's already at the beach.
can we not call him for like a status update or something? Like, can we not wait till
No.
the cloud goes over? Like, where is he in all of this if he is both planner and officiant?
Yeah, I don't think he was a planner. I think he was an officiant with the weather app. Because, and then he said something like, it wasn't like he was religious, but he was saying Lord and God, like about the storm cloud passing. And I'm
Yeah.
like, do you know who you're about to marry? Bruja.
Yeah.
Una bruja. But yeah, so the guests were troopers.
Yes. Seemed like it went really fast, so they didn't have to be out there too long. Yeah, people are just standing there in the rain. Whatever. At least it's not cold. Like Florida rain, tropical rain is very different than rain in Seattle. It's raining right now, and I can tell you it was freezing today.
Hope you have warm socks on.
Oh, I sure do. I really love that this officiant is bilingual, so maybe that was a good reason to have it in Florida. I'm sure you could find bilingual officiant. I mean, they found a bilingual therapist in Rochester, but whatever. People love their beach weddings for some reason.
Yeah.
Would you
Um,
would you think about the ceremony?
little anticlimactic. Manuel looked melancholy giving his little speech. Ashley looked like she needed a couple more venti coffees. It was kind of bizarre.
I feel like just all the adrenaline maybe left her body at a
Totally.
certain moment.
Yeah.
He looked like he looked pretty emotional when she was walking toward him. Or you think
Maybe
he
I
looks sad?
maybe I just don't see feelings. This is like I didn't see it with Rob when at least I don't remember how he looked when she was walking towards him, but when he was speaking to her, he seemed like a da just sad and yeah, melancholy.
Yeah,
But maybe that's love.
maybe.
Maybe.
Melancholy.
Yeah. Maybe that's
I like that they didn't really have oh, no, wait, they had vows? I forget who had vows and who didn't have vows, but I like that Manuel kind of skips to the the end of the vows. And the officiant kind of called him out like, he didn't do the repeat after me. Like he had Ashley say, like, with this ring I thee wed or something like that in Spanish. And then I think he wanted to have Manuel do the same in English, but Manuel just skipped it and put the ring on her and said YOLO. But they're married.
Yeah, they're married. And it happened at 5:30, close to the Pisces moon rising.
On the beach. That's right. In the ITM, Manuel makes a joke about the marriage being a 20-year contract. Because she's like, we're together forever. And he's like, I don't know. It's like a 20-year contract, whatever. Not a bad idea to, revisit
Yeah.
after 20 years, whatever.
Yeah.
Renew.
It's a partnership, which is like a job. And yeah, why not? KPIs.
Totally.
Yeah.
I'm kind of sad we didn't get to see their reception because I bet they're probably going back to the strip club and getting lit.
You're so right. Maybe we can find it on their Instagram.
Oh, good point.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, actually, I'm really upset that we didn't see their reception because Clayton and Annalise was such a bummer.
I know. God. And yeah, and saw Rob and Sophie just seemed to have like champagne on the beach.
Yeah, I don't even think they ate. What what caterer was gonna bring bring them and then serve them on these little picnic tables on the ground?
No idea. So that's our season finale. And next week, it's going to be the first part of what I think is a 2-part tell-all. So it looks like Justigor and Nikki are back together. I really hate both
Yeah.
of them. Claire calls Rob a knob. It looks like their relationship hasn't gotten any better, which I'm all here for.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Stacy is sending money to Manuel's family, and it seems like Ashley doesn't know
Yeah.
that.
I feel like they're baiting us. That I think that's
Yeah,
fake.
for sure. Brandy seems to admit to hiring the stripper to piss off Clayton, which I love. Sam kind of cheated on Citra.
Or was
I
it
don't know what that is.
before?
Who knows?
Yeah.
I think we're going to get like the rest of the video from Gino's bachelor party
Oh.
because they didn't show us a lot during the season. So I'm excited about that. And then Nick and Devin are there. Remember them?
Yeah. Barely. That was a long time ago. That was months ago.
I know their story ended like episode 6 or something.
Yeah. So I have a fuck, marry, kill for you.
Awesome.
Okay, fuck, marry, kill. Rob and Sophie's wedding, Anali and Clayton's wedding, or Ashley Manuel's?
Oh, good one. Okay. Kill Clayton and Annalise. Okay, marry Ashley and Manuel's wedding solely because of the crystal crown.
Mm-hmm.
And that, like, we didn't see the reception, but I'm just going to assume it's lit.
Oh, of course.
And then I would also, like, anything Rob and Sophie is just kind of like a no-go for me. But, like, in this instance, I would probably fuck it because the wedding was cute, even if it is full of resentment and bad vibes.
You gotta fuck something cute. Fuck something attractive, of course. I would do the exact same. I would do the same thing with Ashley Manuel's. I would marry it because Ashley put so much thought into the timing of it and the location. So that is marriage material for me. And then, yeah, Rob and Sophie's was super cute, fun, little fling. And then, fuck that bummer of a wedding. Or sorry, kill that bummer of a wedding.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, that's all for us. See you next week with part 1 of the tell-all.
Yes, I can't wait. This is my favorite. Yeah, stay stupid.
Bye.
Bye.